Beneath the shadow of Mount Merapi, every truck entering the river carries more than just sand, it carries risk. Because in these rivers, nature can change in an instant, turning an ordinary day of work into a fight for survival. Workers had no time to escape. This is what happens when cold lava strikes without warning. What looks like an ordinary river can suddenly become one of the most dangerous environments on Earth. Carrying zunt rocks and massive boulders, these flows can destroy anything in their path within seconds. And for those working inside the river, there is often no time to react. On March 3rd, heavy rainfall fell over the summit of Mount Merapi for several hours. What followed was not just water flowing downstream. It was a powerful cold lava flow rushing through the Sanoa River in Magelang. At that moment, trucks, excavators were operating along the riverbed, collecting volcanic sand. Then, suddenly, the river surged. A massive flow of mud, sand, and rocks rushed down the valley with incredible force. 3 sand mining trucks were swept away. Around 12 other trucks were buried under layers of volcanic material. Heavy equipment disappeared beneath the flow. Workers were caught in the disaster. Some were injured. Others were reported missing. Beyond the human casualties, the damage to vehicles and infrastructure was severe. Trucks were buried under meters of sand and stone. Others were dragged by the current and found kilometers downstream, completely destroyed. Many of them were discovered in an unrecognizable state, twisted metal reduced to nothing but skeletal remains. The force of the flood, carrying millions of cubic meters of volcanic debris, was simply unstoppable. And if a fully loaded truck could be torn apart like that, you can only imagine what would happen to anyone caught inside. Search and rescue teams were deployed immediately. Drones mapped the River.K9 units searched for survivors. Teams moved downstream, scanning for victims carried by the current. Mount Merapi is one of the most active volcanoes in the world. During eruptions, it releases massive amounts of volcanic material. These materials accumulate along the slopes and river channels. When heavy rain falls, water mixes with volcanic deposits. Gravity pulls everything downhill. Rivers become channels for fast-moving sediment flows known as cold lava. These flows are not hot, but they are extremely destructive. Cold lava flows can carry enormous force. They move trucks, excavators, and massive rocks. Anything in their path can be buried instantly or swept away. For miners and drivers, this creates an extremely dangerous working environment. The river may appear calm, but conditions can change instantly. There is often no warning. Heavy vehicles cannot escape in time. Across Mount Merapi, many rivers and mining points operate at the same time. These locations are spread across wide and remote areas. This makes monitoring extremely difficult. Authorities cannot always reach every site to give warnings. Many workers continue their activities without knowing danger is already coming downstream. These disasters have taken many lives over the years. Yet sand mining continues. For many local residents, there are few alternative jobs. The income from sand mining is often higher than other available work. For them, this is not just a job. It is a necessity for survival. The sand from Mount Merapi is essential. It is used to build roads, houses, and infrastructure across central Java. Without it, development would slow dramatically. Beneath the shadow of Mount Merapi, every truck entering the river carries more than just sand, it carries risk. Because in these rivers, nature can change in an instant, turning an ordinary day of work into a fight for survival.